Hey guys. Hi friends.
Hi.
We're here. It's been a while. It's the rundown.
It's been a really long time.
Long time. I'm not ready yet.
That is absolutely going in the final version.
Final cut. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey friends. Welcome to another episode of the rundown. It seems like a century since the last time we saw you.
What's less than a century? What's like 90?
Oh, the amount of miles I ran.
Yeah.
You didn't. Ouch! Bazinga! Wow, we're hurting each other early today. I'm here with the wonderful Mark Aikman,
And his
Hey.
wife.
Erica, and we're gonna ask some hard questions because our other friend that asked the hard questions is not asking them right now. So, let's dive in, buckle up, sit your ass down, because it's about to be a ride.
I'm concerned.
All right. Hey, guys.
Hey.
So, we're sitting here. It's June. It's trail season. And it's got me wondering, one, what is your favorite trail here in Michigan, or maybe outside of Michigan? And two, what's your go-to trail shoe?
My go-to trail shoe is the Lone Peak. Ultra
LP,
Lone Peak.
baby. The
Love it.
OG LP.
Got a couple pairs, or a couple pairs out. I love them. I like the Temps as well.
The Timps are mine. This guy set me up with a pair of Timps a couple years ago, and I've never looked back. I've actually even had the same model because I'm worried about going to the next one.
Mark never looks back.
No.
Straightforward
He
kind of
should.
guy. Well, if you have to ask me, my favorite.
You know, what do you
didn't-
think?
You didn't
Because
ask me.
you are the most
I'm gonna do
equipped.
this. Hold on. You're
Okay.
making me nervous with this. Let's just
Mark is
set
making
that
me
right
perfect.
there.
That makes me less nervous.
Okay.
Perfect.
Just so there's no background noise. I think my go-to right now is the Olympus. Olympus number 5. Just kind of a all-day trail shoe. Hold on. Pull this sucker
Wow.
right off. Look at that bad boy.
Okay, well, I can do
Olympus
that if you
5.
watch.
Built for the fat person in me.
Mine are
But
cooler
made to go fast.
and
So
cleaner.
this thing's packed full of cushion. It's got that wide base, just like I like them, and they last a long time. So if you're looking for that go-to trail shoe for maybe
I think
the
our
long-
shoes stink,
the
Antonio.
longest distance you've ever run, go with the Olympus.
All right, I have to compare now, though.
Oh yeah, because you have your Temps on. Look
so
at
I got the
this.
Timps on. So, like the Olympus, I've never actually compared. There's
Mark, your
the
lugs
same-
look bigger.
The same lugs, maybe
No,
smaller,
He
but
has
more of them
More.
for the Olympus.
I could name several differences on this shoe.
These aren't Vibram, are they?
Correct. That's the biggest one. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Antonio
gonna-
taught me that.
we're gonna go into a very long tangent, but make it quick.
Mine's Max Track. This is Max Track.
Max Track,
Right.
which means no Vibram outsole. Still great, but that Vibram outsole gives you a little bit more protection. It protects the shoe a little bit longer, so you get a little bit more life out of it. And yes, the Olympus has more aggressive lugs. So,
And there's more.
Learning
of them.
things more already.
the more you know.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and they all have Velcro.
Velcro. So, moving to our next question, what avid trail runners, somewhat.
Favorite trail.
Favorite trail?
Ugh. Right now it's Holly, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been loving the northern. What is it? The wilderness. Yeah.
Dig in the wilderness, yeah,
Wilderness
sick.
Most trails are really wet this year, though. I feel
Yes.
like really wet.
Some people don't like it wet.
Antonio likes it wet.
I have a philosophy. Things get hard, and you can go around.
Look at that. He was straight face.
You could go around them, or you can go through them.
And you like to go through it when it's wet?
Yes. I will never turn away from a wet trail.
So on that
you're gonna have
note-
to just drop the mic with that one.
My favorite trail is actually, I don't even know if it has a name. And it's probably more nostalgia than anything. If I went back there, because I haven't been there recently, I probably wouldn't like it as much. But somewhere in the annals of Leroy Township, which is outside of Cadillac, Michigan, there is some unmarked trails that a lot of people use for ATVs or dirt bikes,
Is that where you broke your back?
and that is not where I broke my back, but there's some really good trails.
That
out
was the
there.
bedroom.
Mark fractured his
But,
spine.
No, that was actually in Boyne.
Oh, Boyne.
I was mountain biking down a ski hill,
Wow.
He's
Don't-
really smart.
Don't recommend it.
Wear your helmets, kids.
and not soccer sandals. Actual shoes when you're biking.
Yeah, basically
Please.
don't do what Mark does.
For
What
our-
about you, Antonio?
for
What's
our-
your favorite
yeah,
trail?
wow, thank you for asking. You know, it's so hard to be the roast master.
Yeah.
Because I never get any of the
The
attention.
trail boss.
A little gem here in the beautiful.
I know what you're gonna say. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Hog's back.
No. She sucks. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the Hadley Metamora Wreck
Oh.
area. It's a beautiful scenic trail that really highlights beautiful river crossings, wooden bridges, and DNR that get extremely pissed when you go on
Extremely pissed.
the trails when they're closed. But luckily for us, it opens up next week. It's a great trail. You can't get lost. It's
You
wide
can.
open.
You can.
You can, maybe, if you're a woman. Just kidding. Just
Or
kidding.
Antonio.
Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. I'm just joking. I love
You're
women.
Sarah and Alex Kiesling. You definitely can get
If you're
lost.
Sarah and Alex Kiesling, you don't even know where the trail starts.
No.
But
It
once
starts
you get
by the dead raccoons.
yes, once you get to the trails, it's very gorgeous, very beautiful. I think it's a lot of fun. Not overly technical, so a lot of novice trail runners can enjoy it.
So you know what I just noticed? Our sockless feet are all on camera.
That's fine.
Hey, please focus from here up, guys.
Okay.
My eyes are up
Okay.
here.
All right. So next question.
Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
That was a quick loop.
Andy's our special guest. Andy Myers, ladies and gentlemen. He's a 100-mile guy.
Come join our podcast.
Just took on Mohican. And, 1 week later, he's like, you know what, man, I need some more trails in my life. So he decided to come on out here and have some
Because you
fun.
beautiful people came out. So I was
Look
like,
at
oh,
Well,
Andy
look-
Try to
Myers.
swing in.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Andy.
Look at what
What's up?
shoes Andy has on.
Andy, you want to sit on our lap?
Yeah.
So,
Ah.
so what are your favorite trail shoes?
These right here.
Yeah.
Olympus.
All right.
And that's coming from a guy that actually finished 100 miles. So that that means business.
Yeah, this guy got me onto him though, so I got him to thank for it.
There's a lot of things I'll get people on, but I'm still working on Mark, trying to get on to him.
I'm sorry.
You can
I
have
won't
them.
do heroin. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You wait, what?
Andy, tell us a little bit about your experience conquering the Mohican trails down in
Yeah.
Ohio, but you're gonna have to squeeze.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
sit right
Yeah,
next to us
yeah,
because
look
we're
at
all
it.
disgusting. It's
Mohican,
funny.
yeah. I'll add
There's
the
two
nasty.
mics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
come
not?
on.
Mohican
Mohican.
was tough. So I've done 200 milers. I actually DNF'd my first one. Bighorn 100 out in Wyoming. Mountains
Mountains.
slapped me into reality. Then I came back last year, did Woodstock 100 as my first. And kind of from here, I'm just trying to progressively step up and face maybe harder terrain. So just a little bit harder, and Mohican was definitely harder than Woodstock. The climbs were no joke. The ruggedness of the terrain was pretty tough, rocky. My feet got blistered up, which I never have blistering issues, so that was enjoyable from 15 miles on, so
Did you
85
lose a
miles.
toenail?
I haven't lost a toenail yet.
Oh, that's fun.
I've got all my toenails, but my feet got smoked, and which is new for me. I normally don't experience blisters. But Mohican was it was an experience. I feel like every 100 mile or every ultra is maybe a little bit unique in and of themselves. I was alone for like the first 35 miles on the 50-mile day to start, so that messed with me mentally. I didn't like that. I like chit-chatting out on the trails, and it makes the miles go faster, so that was tough. I almost PR'd my 50-miler by 5 minutes, so I don't know if that's a good start or a bad start. I was just kind of moving.
Okay.
Drank a lot of chocolate milk on the day. I think that saved me.
Oh, you know who would disagree with you is Ron
Me.
Burgundy.
I would.
He'd be like, milk was
I'd
a bad
barf it.
choice.
Milk was a great choice.
So
Supposedly the best thing to hydrate.
let me just
It
ask.
yeah, I've heard that too. I've never looked into it.
Do you guys feel like trail people are chatterboxes? I feel like I don't think I've
Some
ever
people
met.
are.
I think you're either a yes or a no.
See,
Yeah.
I've never met somebody on the trails that's like that. Let me be by myself kind of person. Me personally, I have to feed off of other people's energy. So,
Yeah.
like you probably got a second wind when you found somebody and you were like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" and started chatting. The miles just kind of blew by.
Yep.
It's those.
Yep. I was chit-chatting with a guy, and the next thing you know, he wasn't on my shoulder anymore, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm back on my island.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sure those miles in between though were fast, and they felt like they were just zooming by.
Yeah, it had runnable sections. The climbs were tough though.
Were you walking?
I was.
I love when people
Yeah.
that ask about ultras are like,
Did
so
you
did
walk?
you run the whole time?
Right. Well, it took me 28 and a half hours, so yeah, I walked a
Yeah.
good amount. I think I
Fair.
hiked actually so there's 4 loops. The first 2 are about 27, and the last 2 are about 23. And I almost purely hiked my 3rd loop.
Yeah.
It got dark,
Yeah, that's
mentally,
hard.
and like actually, we got into darkness that time. Nothing tasted good. I was drinking water, but my electrolytes and everything didn't taste good, so I just got numb tongue from literally everything. So
Yeah.
That's a good
I was
one.
just sick of it. My
Numb
palate was
tongue.
gone.
This was literally a week ago.
Yeah, literally last
The fact that
Saturday
you're
at
sitting
5 a.m. we
upright.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My legs feel good, surprisingly. My feet maybe are a little tender, but my hips are tight. But other than that, I feel pretty good.
That's just because you're stuck between Mark and I right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Tight-
true.
tight hips.
You guys
Yeah.
smell great. I'm
We
kidding.
do.
So Andy, what's your favorite trail here in Michigan?
Probably this, Holly
That's
Wreck.
awesome.
It's close to home. It offers a good amount of variety. I feel like for Lower Michigan, you're not going to get much more up and down for the terrain. You obviously can probably find more. Potawatomi is really similar, but
Love Potawatomi.
Love Potawatomi.
Yeah.
Love-hate relationship.
I feel like at Potawatomi though, you're stuck out there for 16 miles. Where this is nice
Yep.
is like you
Without
can do
water
a
in our case.
4 or a 6 miler and you can call it a day, or you can make it a day.
They're
Yeah.
well maintained too, is what I like.
There's signage out here. My
Yeah.
local trail closest to home, Rose Lake out in Langsburg or Bath Township or whatever you call it, there's not a single sign in the woods. You really can't get lost because you can
But-
always hear roads and cars and you're like, all right, I'm back to the parking lot. But you can get lost. It's happened to me before. I go the reverse way and I'm like, man, I don't remember which way I went.
Yeah.
And then I'm lost.
Are there cyclists out there though?
There are.
See, that's
There's a lot of cyclists.
That's
out
what I
there.
like about out here. You don't have to worry about, no offense, cyclists, but you guys are kind of ego
Not our favorite.
people,
Yeah.
I like bikers, generally speaking.
motorcyclists.
That's a whole different category.
Oh, you said bikers.
Jake calls them moto. That's moto.
I don't like that. That just
It's
confuses
short
me.
for dirt biking.
Yeah, it confuses me.
Sorry, Jake, if I'm slaughtering this.
I thought there was another question we were going to ask. I
Yeah,
can't
it's what's your
remember.
favorite? Do music or no music?
Music or no music?
Wait,
I'm
before-
normally not music. I normally will do like a podcast.
Oh,
It
interesting.
depends. If I get sick of the podcast or it's just not doing anything for me, I will put some music on. But I don't know. The
Favorite podcast?
Real AF, Andy Frisella.
Never listened to it.
Is that running?
It's not running.
What's it about?
Current events
Oh.
and like
So is that like NPR?
entrepreneurial, like just improving yourself.
Yeah,
They do like Q and AF
self-motivation.
and then current topics. So
Nice.
Antonio?
I'm no music, but I want to just say
Ever?
that sometimes I like music.
Did you during your 100?
Yeah, because I was by myself.
You were by yourself the whole time.
what was your song that you stuck on, or did you
Oh
rotate a
No,
playlist?
I just put on, everyone's gonna laugh. I put on
I
Christian
knew you were
rock
gonna say
music.
Christian
And
music.
I was just like, it was there, but the problem is, and you probably know from running Woodstock, like you lose signal. So
Yeah, it cuts in and
yeah,
out.
so there'd be sections
Yeah.
where I'd just be feeling really good and jamming, and then it
Gone.
would just drop. Yeah, so it was brutal.
Yeah.
That messes with you more sometimes than having it or not having it. Too.
Frustration,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Any little frustration can.
You get like violently angry.
Yeah.
with them.
Podcast though, if you guys want to tune into a good one, my friend over in Chicago area has 10 Junk Miles.
I've heard of it.
Scotty Coomer.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
He's got really good content. They're very relaxed. They're very real. So,
I know
you
this guy named Doug Miles, and he has this one called Negative Splits.
Is
Negative
that a stage
Splits.
name?
No.
I think it's
It's a
He
good
supported,
hasn't
name.
posted anything
it's
in a while.
supported by
though.
Lapeer Run Club. So
Yeah.
It's legit.
yeah, he's official. He's
That's cool.
probably working on a TV show or something right now.
I'm music all the way.
Are you?
Like, I get annoyed when I have to run with people.
Any genre of
Wow.
music, or it just varies?
Screamy punk.
Yeah?
Like
Okay.
emo punk for the most part.
Fair.
90s alternative.
Dashboard Confessionals.
You know. Yeah. Paramore.
Ugh.
Love it. All of it.
For me, I don't like music to be a crutch. Like I like music sometimes, but I like to also be able to run without music, so that I have it as a tool.
I
When
get
when
really
need
mad
it.
when we're
Yeah.
running together and you start talking and I have my music going and I have to take my earbud out like 15 times. And you're like, well, you didn't hear what I said. And I was like, I know, that was the whole point of the earbud.
I think you need some of the ones that have the transparent mode, so you can hear things while they're
Open
on.
Not if I'm
shocks or
running with you.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, shocks.
I need louder ones if I'm running with you.
So we talked about it earlier. Our viewers weren't here, but let's go down the line and just kind of give a shout out to what we got coming up.
Lone Peaks.
What do you got next, Erica?
What do I have next? Oh, I have STFU. I'm hoping next week. That is a 50K.
Put on by
Trivium.
who is awesome.
Great.
Shout out to Trivium. I don't remember his name. I'm gonna totally butcher.
Richard.
Richard.
And Libby.
Richard's a sweet dude. Love him. Got to meet him for the first time out at Moonlight Bootlegger.
Sure.
Yep, got his shirt on. He's a cool dude that has a good pulse on the community and really wants to, bring running events, just kind of keep them alive. So many of these running events that have been around for a while are kind of getting boring, right? How many times can you do the same course over and over? He's always looking for new ways to bring life to his events, so
And
appreciate
he does
that.
them at different state parks, which I think is cool.
Yeah,
Like, I've been out
nice.
to so many different state parks that I wouldn't have gone to otherwise.
Plus, he's just a good dude. He was happy. He wasn't like, oh man, I gotta be
So much
here.
work.
Like,
Yeah, he loves it.
So,
Mark?
Marcus, can we call you Marcus?
You can, but it's not his name. It's actually just Mark.
Oh,
You
I've
can
seen
call
his
him
birth
Marcus.
certificate.
I'm sorry. Was I asking Erica? Or was I asking Marcus?
Oh, I'm just his wife, so I don't know.
That's right.
Who's calling the shots here?
It's like an episode where mom hit dad, and now we're just sitting at the table
Yeah,
waiting.
right now it's awkward.
So actually, I think I'm really looking forward to the Crim 1 mile.
You said this already. You
No,
can't
no,
use the
no,
same answer.
no. You
Send
asked
it.
me what my favorite race was, and it was the mile. And I actually haven't raced a mile ever on
You can
the
race one
roads.
tomorrow.
So I think as a result, I have to run the Crim 1 mile.
Okay.
Do
Because
you
I
have a
think,
lofty goal?
No.
no,
He's never going to be as fast as he used to be.
Yes, he will.
I don't think it's even reasonable for me to break 5, so maybe breaking 5:30 would be a good goal.
Solid. Yeah, that's good. Competition, you'll do it.
Otherwise, I think I'm going to be running the Marquette Marathon, so I still need to train for the longer miles
When is
throughout
that?
the summer. That's the first week of September.
Oh, okay.
I went last year, and it's really hard as a runner to
Be
go
able to
to a race and not run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that sucks.
I went with Erica last year, and I got to see how cool it was. I got to see the whole course. It's a point-to-point, and so I was driving alongside of
Unfortunately,
it,
I got to see it. Yeah.
which is really hard
Missed
to.
like 3 water stops, but
Not
that was
really.
fine.
Dude, I
Good
used
for
to,
you.
when I was working a different job, I would drive in the middle of the day and I'd see runners out, and I'm like,
These
I'm
idiots.
so jealous. And so I can relate to, seeing people run and be like, damn it, I wish that was me.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially at a race, that's hard.
All right, big dog.
Technically, I'm doing a 5K. I forget the name of it. Heart Warriors.
Heart Warrior 5K,
Heart Warriors
yeah.
5K. Figured it's a good cause. Get out there, spin the wheels a little bit. But ultimately, what's next is Ode to Lass, middle of July, July 20th.
July 20th.
Just cool. I'm excited to check out the backyard ultra format. Haven't
It-
done it yet. I
it
don't know if it's
sucks.
going to be good or bad. I could see it being both good and bad. So
Love and hate.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gets you out of your rhythm, but it's maybe in a good way. Aid station every 4 miles.
It's just tough, man. You can't have bad loops, You've had races probably
Yeah.
where you've had digestive problems or maybe fueling problems, and
Yeah, there's
you
no
take a little
time.
longer on a lap, and you just can't have that
Do you guys
on
see
a
this
backyard.
spider? Look at it. I'm going to kill
It's
it.
like a crab.
I'm going to kill it.
Oh,
Don't. I want to murder it.
Let it live.
Oh, got
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen,
Gone.
Erica the murderer.
I
We're
know
gonna
they eat mosquitoes.
cut
but
that
I
out
don't.
right now because we love animals
Yep.
here.
Edit.
That was an insurachnid.
Grody. Antonio, what's up for you?
Well,
Roadie.
I'll be
Like
here
it.
at Ode, not running it, but
It was the meanest thing anybody's ever said to me. I'm kidding.
you're a roadie?
Yeah. Like a road.
Oh, like a
runner.
road runner?
Yeah.
we're gonna get there next.
That's our next.
We gotta talk
segment.
about what your favorite road shoe is.
Oh,
So yeah, we'll be here at Ode. It's a great time. If you haven't done the backyard, we definitely bring the party, and I say we as in crew. We come out, we put up right here actually at Overlook, barbecue, music, cornhole, beer. We make it fun. So if you don't know Holly Rec, there's the Stairway to Heaven. It's right behind us, and it is basically hell. You're hitting that at the end of your loop, so it's basically a walk up. And we just try to be the light at the end of that tunnel, so that maybe if you're struggling at the end of that loop and you're running short on time, we're like, hey, get your ass up here now. So if you want to try that, I suggest starting in an overlook. We're more of a party.
Does the course start up here?
We have 2 different locations,
Okay.
sometimes 3, depending on how full it gets.
Gotcha.
There's the main cabin, which is great if you're running solo because then you don't have to worry about transferring your stuff. But if you don't plan on going deep into the race or you're not bringing a lot of stuff, we can definitely accommodate you and get you moved down to the cabin. So it's just kind of depends on what your overall goal is.
That's unique.
And if you've done it before, I would think if you've done some of their other races and you've started down there, it would be easier to run and start from the same spot. Like
Yeah.
Snowed or whatever.
Snowed.
Snowed. The appropriate name for out in the snow.
Yeah, like that. I also have a 5K, which I don't think I'll race, but I'll just be there for fun. I'm trying to get as many people to sign up using coupon code Antonio so I can get some miles in that day. But next that I'm really excited about is Bear Lake. Bear Lake's always been a staple for me. It's a fun race in my backyard. It's 24 hours and you just kind of go out there and have fun. And I'm going to use it as a practice run for Tunnel Hill, which after failing my first 100, I'm going to try to do another one in November. So we'll see how that goes.
It's going to be awesome.
But technically, Tunnel Hill will be your first actual 100,
True,
not timed
yeah.
event, right?
That's
So
right.
That's
And
a game changer, I think.
It does. It
30
takes a little
hours.
bit of pressure off of me knowing
Mhm.
that, hey, I don't have to do it in 24, although that's the goal. I think 24 is
Yeah.
kind of like, most people say, I want to do a sub 25K or I want to do a 4-hour marathon. That's kind of like the standard, I guess. I don't know. Maybe
Like
I'm
24
wrong.
is the golden. I feel like that's the number.
Yeah.
Every
feel like
race is
your-
different, though.
Your course was a lot harder, I think, than Tunnel Hill will be.
I don't know that the course was hard. It was the lack of people. It was the time that it started.
The time that started was the factor, I think.
Bro, I mean,
It's
just
tough.
starting in the woods, kind of like in a wide open area where, you're another quarter mile away from the actual aid station. There was no lights. It sucked. Somebody yelled at us about having a generator, so that
Yeah,
was
that
brutal.
happened.
But yeah, that's it. So wrapping up here, let's do a little rapid fire. Most of us are trail runners. Some of us, Erica, is a road
I
runner.
am not a road runner. You are so.
What's your go-to road shoe? I mean, you could pick 2. I'll give you this. You can pick a
I only need one.
race shoe,
Oh.
and then you can do a daily trainer.
I raced Boston in the Vaporfly, which Antonio loved. He
Yep.
loves Vaporfly
It's on my
so
top 3.
much.
Big Nike guy.
Big
He
Nike.
loves all Nike, and so he really loved that I raced Boston in that. And my everyday is the On Cloud Runner 1.
You have the 1,
Okay, 1.
but she's looking to get the 2. So if
Nothing
our,
against the 2. I just haven't tried it yet.
if any of our lovely on sales reps are watching,
I love you all.
Want to get Erica hooked on Cloud Runner 2?
Yeah, you do.
Let me know.
Because I'll need like 6 pairs by the end of the year.
Sponsored athlete.
I'll take free shoes any day.
For me,
Marcus?
I've had a history of
He loves Brooks, and it drives me nuts.
arthritis in my big toe, and the only shoes that I've really found to not exacerbate that problem are Brooks. And so the Brooks Ghost are kind of my go-to like all-terrain shoe, and the Ghost Max came out just in the last year, and I've been liking those. So I don't think they hold up quite as well. The foam is not the same as the rubber soles of the other ones, and so I think still I would have to say the Brooks Ghost.
What's the other one you like, though? Is it the Adrenaline?
The Adrenaline, I don't like those as much as the Ghost. I'm
Okay.
going back to those. The Glycerin are
That
pretty
maybe.
good too.
All right, yeah, big Brooks guy here.
Love them.
Road shoe.
Ooh.
Man, I struggle with road shoes. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like really running on roads to begin with.
Amen to that, brother.
If I had to pick one, doesn't do me for width, but it was the shoe that really sends it for me, is the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2. Really fits my stride well, kind of a good midfoot landing, and it pushes you forward. I've ran 2 marathons in it, although it gets a little squishy on a marathon.
So racing
but
and road. You
yeah,
like it for both?
yeah, it does it for me. Honestly, the Forward Ultra Experience by Ultra,
Really?
it was nice to have the Ultra foot shape with a little bit of a drop. I don't like zero drop on roads, so I feel like a little bit of something is nice. And it did it for me. It's not exciting to run in. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The rocker is there, but it's not a rocker compared to other rockers out there. So but it's just nice having that foot shaped shoe that
Yeah.
is, got a little forward lean to it.
Man, this is tough.
This is
This
the
is-
ultimate question for
This
you.
is so tough.
Like you've been waiting your whole life. to
Tried
tell
them
us.
all. Now what?
Yeah, well, and they're always getting better. I would say, I'm just going to say this to start. If you guys have not tried Topo,
Really?
they have a brand new Spectre 2 coming out very soon, and it's a full P-backs or midsole.
You tried it?
I have put on the sample. It is wicked. It is the endorphin speed with a foot-shaped toe box, and it has a really aggressive rocker.
But
So
is the arch
Yeah.
ridiculous?
you don't really know until you give it a good 15
Yeah.
miles. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
That is a problem with Topo is they have a high arch, so it can
does.
rub on the inside and cause blisters.
I thought you were gonna go Diodora.
I didn't say that was my favorite. I'm just saying that's coming out, so keep an eye out because that
Okay,
might
but
be.
what's your favorite?
That's a
Commit.
good call.
All right, so Ray shoe. If I'm gonna go Ray shoe,
I know it's the Gara.
no, it's actually the Ultra Vanish Carbon 2. It is really plush, but still gives you that really good turnover. It is an excellent marathon shoe. If you're going to race a marathon, you have a wide foot. I think we have to get over the fact of 0 drops on the road. No offense, Andy. There's ways to get around it. If you want to add, cut off insoles to the back of the heel, you can change the drop of a shoe. But it is phenomenal. And then for daily trainer, again, mind blown here, the Hoka Skyward X. What? And
Really?
I
Who are you?
am not a Hoka guy, but after my
are you?
100, this shoe is a carbon plated shoe. It is the everyday person's trainer because unlike other carbon shoes that propel you forward, this almost levitates you up. So it's like being on a trampoline. You don't get the propulsion like you do in most shoes, but you have less fatigued legs at the end of your run because it bounces you. So almost like a kangaroo.
I was gonna say the Alpha Fly.
Oh yeah, haven't tried one on yet. So no hate. I know that Nike's kind of got that business right now, but I do think that there's a lot of other good shoes out on the market that people just haven't tried because Nike's kind of got locked down, and they just do a great job with their marketing, and they got it. But check out major marathons because if you look right now at the top people that are winning these races, you'll see a trend, and it's going away from Nike, and you're seeing more of Puma, Adidas, Asics, other brands like On that are popping up. I know in Boston, the women's winner was wearing On. So I think that there's other shoes out there. And again, these guys are professional athletes. It
We're
really
not.
doesn't really matter what shoe they have. They're still going to kick ass and probably finish top 3. So
Well, some of those, like the Adidas, you wear them once and they're done, right? And they're
That
500
version.
bucks.
They have a really sick trail shoe though right now.
yeah, but when
Carrots
you got
something.
deep pockets like Mark Aikman, you can buy a pair of shoes that only last one time
For your wife.
for your wife.
For your wife.
Yeah, not for yourself, though.
No, for your wife.
Back to
'Cause
the
you love her
Ghost.
so much.
Yeah, that's why Mark's stuck on the Ghost because that's
It's my budget.
He-
It's all the only budget I have is for myself.
he's got that champagne taste for Erica, but the Budweiser budget for him.
That's right.
Understood.
It works.
Well,
For
thanks,
you.
guys. We appreciate you tuning in. It's been real with Mark, Andy, and Erica.
You remembered.
Until next time, this has been The Rundown.